What's in your wallet?
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. Welcome to Movies with My Best Friend Phil, a podcast for you to send in your sex questions.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I'm your
do
host,
not do that.
Phil Kessel. Joined as always by the sexy Craig Norland.
Hello. Again, please don't do that.
And the sexy Will Chodas.
Oh, I didn't get a different one? Okay.
There's only one word that describes you two.
Yeah.
And it's
How
sexy.
many men's podcasts do you think center around sex?
One, and it's ours.
How many men's podcasts center around sex?
That are about men answering questions.
None. I would say none are.
Okay. For as much as apparently TV will make you think that guys just talk about their sex lives.
Well, now hang on.
Well, now hang on.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between a sex podcast that talks about sex and then the shit Howard Stern does.
Okay.
Because I think there are a lot of podcasts that do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about doing good for the world.
No.
No, there's none of
objectifying.
those.
If you're talking about how many podcasts objectify women, thousands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thousands. But
we did get some, given the theme of the episode, the movie we watched, we did get some viewer submitted questions, and I do want to take a minute to ask these.
I'm
you guys.
glad we often get these.
So obviously we're an advice show most of the time.
Mostly.
My girlfriend farted while we were kissing. Should I break up with her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Girls don't fart.
rapid fire.
Yeah,
Rapid fire.
It's really
say it.
it's really unprofessional to laugh at these.
You're right.
questions.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I got a Dorito stuck in my vagina.
Okay.
We're talking Cooler Ranch?
No, hang on. Is that just a statement or is there a question involved?
The update actually does say it was Cool Ranch.
Oh, okay, great. Okay.
Yeah. But also not great.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say if advice, put more up there and then eventually they'll form a solid mass that you can just pull out.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, that's right.
And finally, the last one we got in was, what is the right age to start teaching my dog about sex?
Ooh, yeah. That's it was a really uncomfortable day when I had to sit down and have the talk with Lucy. But she did pretty good. It was all right. She turned 11, so that's when we sat down and talked to her about it.
How many is that in human or dog years?
77.
Wow, you really waited a long time.
We had to break it to her that she was never going to be a mother because we took her uterus out.
Oh.
Is that what you do? Did they take the whole thing out? Is that what it is? Spaying it?
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question. I'm not a vet.
Okay.
I thought when they castrated dogs, or I thought when they neutered boy dogs, they castrated them.
No.
And they don't.
No.
So that was something I learned. So I do not think I'm qualified to answer it.
No. They take the testes out.
In either direction. Yeah. Oh, correct. Yeah. Because Fitz still has a little coin purse.
Yeah, they don't put a rubber band around it, wait for them to just fall off.
Wait, but that's what happened to me.
Well, yeah, that's what they do with humans.
Okay.
Yeah, they call that a vasectomy.
I thought that was a circumcision.
Yeah.
No, circumcision is where they cut the penis open and turn it into a vagina.
So I got two procedures done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first you got it turned into a vagina and then it fell off?
Yeah.
Or
and the way they do that is they cut the penis and then they just staple it to your...
God.
This episode is going to be painful.
This got out of hand. And I apologize. Don't cut a single bit of this, though.
So anyways, we're I just looked at the charts and wouldn't you believe it? We're number 10,000 in the rankings of sex podcasts. So
we're going to climb up with this one.
We're going to climb up with this one.
Yeah.
So I guess on a similar subject, your wallet, nature's wallet, is sometimes a thing that people refer to downstairs orifices, orify as. And those are wallets.
Yeah. Hey, it's time for the segment where we reach deep into our best friend's pants and whip out some recommendations. It's What's in Your Wallet?
Yeah. Craig,
Yes.
I want to get to you first.
Oh, okay. Any particular reason?
No, I just feel aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Assertive. Yeah, I feel insertive.
God. So.
Oh, I get it.
Let's see. I'm going to be, this is the last podcast in my 30s.
You're dying?
I'm dying. Yes,
You're
I'm officially,
ascending?
I'm going over the hill.
Oh my gosh.
Or at least I'm like climbing the hill. I don't know. What's over the hill anymore? Is it just 50?
It kind of is.
I thought it was 40.
No, it's always been 40 has always been like the hill, over the hill or whatever. But
does it change because we're getting older and we need it to change?
Well, but like people
like psychologically.
Right, but like no, it's just like I think the reason why people are saying it's different now is because like if you look at George Costanza in like Seinfeld, do you have any idea how old George is?
I'm guessing like 33.
Yeah, he's like 27 or 20, like he's like 31 or something like that.
Yeah, he's in his late 20s, I think.
In his late 20s at the beginning of that show, and he looks like a 50-year-old man, if you asked me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's just because like
people don't age the same.
We don't age the same.
We're full of plastic.
Yeah, and millennials, like, we haven't been able to get our life started yet. Like, yeah, like I think next year it's going to be predicted that like the average age of buying your first house is at 40, when like for boomers it was like 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean we're abnormal because we live in Michigan, you know, which is, you know, houses are easier to buy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
because we're in like
because they're not cars.
Because they're not cars. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Motor town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
you were still doing your birthday's coming. Okay, you wanted to keep talking?
Your birthday's coming.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, probably by the time this comes out, it'll be past. But yes.
Yeah, around there. It's the 24th. So.
Oh, okay.
Not a Thanksgiving birthday this year, but.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know. So anyway,
1 month away from Christmas.
You got big plans?
You're gonna make a roasted ham. What was it? What did you always get? Honey baked ham for your birthday?
Yeah, honey baked ham.
That's my favorite Craig story.
My God, I'm sorry. Is this a story? It's just me reminiscing.
I just think it's funny that you were a little boy who wanted a honey baked ham for his birthday. Honey baked ham. Most kids would say pizza.
Oh, I mean, I had pizza.
The honey baked ham was an appetizer.
Yeah. No, like my traditional birthday as a little kid was to go to Pizza Hut. The one time a year we went to Pizza Hut, and then we go to a movie like Flubber or
every year.
Every year is Flubber. No, actually, the
Craig,
Flubber
you're 24 now. Can we watch a different movie?
No, Flubber.
Flubber was the year.
I like Flubber. I like how he's kind of got a weird pseudo-sexual relationship with the yellow robot.
Craig want Flubber.
24-year-old me. Flubber.
You were a mess.
I was a mess. It was a dark time. No, Flubber was actually the year that the showing was sold out, so we didn't get to see Flubber.
Oh, so that was the one you didn't see.
I didn't see. But
the one you mentioned is the one you didn't see.
I know. Well, I know. But Toy Story, I think, was one year.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I remember going to Pizza Hut when Fievel Goes West came out, and that was the movie. And so they had the toys, and then I went and saw the movie. And so there was a lot of...
That's pretty awesome.
Man, you can't beat that.
I don't remember toys at Pizza Hut. I just remember the X-Men arcade game.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess also pizza, but mostly I remember the X-Men arcade game.
I mostly remember the button that you got that you put little stars on every time you read a book, and then you got a free pizza when you filled it all out.
Yeah, I loved Book It.
Yeah.
No, it was, for some reason we always went to the other Brighton Pizza Hut. So not the one on Grand River.
Yeah.
There's another one?
It was over by like Lee Road. It's that weird side of Brighton that nobody ever went to.
Oh, yeah.
And it was over there
Every
next to
time
the
I
Music
drive
Man.
through there, I'm like, where am I? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So for some reason,
This
I remember
joke
going
is
there.
this little reminiscence is for nobody.
For nobody. Absolutely no one. I'm sorry. So anyway, yeah, besides me being old, I went to another signing event.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't
You're living the signing event dream.
And then next this Saturday I'm going to Motor City Comic Con.
Oh.
Yeah, my first con ever.
I've never been to one, and I want to go. I can't go this Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, otherwise, I absolutely would join you. But
Well, do you know who's going to be there? Should I tell you?
My dad?
Mike Flanagan.
Ooh.
That is the reason Veronica and I are going.
The guy I work for?
Yes. Your boss, Mike Flanagan.
He's not at my company, but there is a Mike Flanagan at the company above my company.
Nice.
And every time I talk to him, I'm like, you're not that guy.
You're not the guy.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So
are you going to tell him that I really like Midnight Mass?
Yes. So we went there because also his wife's going to be there. And I'm blanking on her name because I'm a terrible misogynist.
I know who she is.
Is it?
But I don't remember her name either.
She's
Kate Siegel.
See, I had Kate. Yeah. I'm better than you guys.
I know.
Sure are.
My wife is in love with her. And so she's like, I can't be held accountable for what words will spill out of my mouth if I meet her. So you can't let me talk. And because I was talking like, oh, you know, when we get up there, what do you want? She's like, no. You're doing the thing. I'm like, oh, okay. So we'll see how this goes. But like Alan Tudyk's going to be there.
Let's say I'm looking at the list. And
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, I saw that Matthew Lillard is going to be there.
Stephen Amell.
John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long any of these lines are going to be. I'm assuming that some of them are going to be really long.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never been to a con.
Do you think John DiMaggio would kiss me?
Yes.
Okay.
You should not do the thing you're doing this Saturday.
Whoa, Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be there.
Oh.
Why is he so low on this list?
I think I don't know.
I mean, if you're talking cons, Alan Tudyk's going to be above.
Yo, for sure.
D'Onofrio for me. Although D'Onofrio was the sugar water guy.
That's right.
More sugar.
He's Kingpin.
Yeah, I guess.
He's big right now.
But like, he's the sugar water guy. I mean, do you know how often I quote that?
No.
Like a couple times a week.
Yeah,
It's a lot of Firefly people being there.
Yeah, they're doing a Twilight reunion because it's a lot of the Twilight.
Yeah, cool.
People.
Is Nathan Fillion going to be there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
Oh man.
Again, by the time people read this, it'll already have happened.
Yeah, sorry,
whatever.
people.
So we're just saying it for no reason.
But yeah, the one I went to this last weekend was in Howell. Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl from The Last Drive-In. I love those kind of shows where you have the horror host like Elvira and Svengoolie, where it's carrying on the tradition of you have a horror host kind of introduce the movie, you talk about it a little bit, maybe you even like come into the movie and just make jokes. That's a lot of what Elvira does. But Joe Bob does a lot of background on the movies. He's been a journalist for a very long time. So he knows basically everything there is to know about just America in general. And so he'll be like, oh yeah, if you go to this place, just make sure you visit this random ass place. It's really interesting. And just like, oh God. So it always sounds like he's the smartest guy in the room, but he also talks like your rambling uncle.
Oh, that's fun.
On stuff. And it's the right amount of like politically incorrect without being like, he still has a lot of the same views that I have. So it's like, okay, but he's just going to be a little, a
little rougher around the
edges. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we watched Bubba Hotep, which is a really fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, okay. I think you would really like that one.
I'm going to write it down.
Have you heard of Bubba Hotep?
It sounds very familiar.
All I'll say is Bruce Campbell plays Elvis in a nursing home, and he's there with John F. Kennedy, who may or may not be actually John F. Kennedy, because it is a black man played by Ossie Davis who says that they dyed him black after the incident. And so he's at the nursing home and everyone thinks he's crazy. And they are fighting a Egyptian mummy wearing a cowboy getup who sucks people's souls out of their assholes.
Everything about this sounds absolutely amazing.
It's Don Coscarelli is the director, and he did Phantasm, the Phantasm movies. If anyone knows those, that's pretty famous series. A lot of them went direct to video after the first two, I believe, but I love the first one. So it was a good event. He's in his 70s, so he was pretty tired by the time I was able to get the signing.
You too, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get up and you just bond over the old war days and the
that's the thing.
Great Depression.
I never know what to say at these things.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, I think you guys do great work, and I really appreciate you coming here. And that's basically it. I don't know what else to say.
When Will and I went to the Glass Cannon thing, I feel like we had to practice beforehand, or I was
the
practicing
whole day,
mentally.
I was just like, okay, this is what I'm going to ask. And I asked them, and they're just like, they refused to. Like, I'm like, oh, is there any movies that you really wish you could cover on this? And they're like, oh yeah, like 1 million of them. We can't afford them. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I feel like it is one of those things where, like, if you prepare too much, you like invent the conversation and then you say it, and, and then their answer is just like, yeah, sure, and you're like,
your line is yes,
yeah.
I love you too.
Yeah, I mean, like when we saw the Glass Cannon, I was just sort of like, hey, I really like your character, and then I don't know, it just like somehow like didn't crash and burn.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I would put a good chunk of that on them.
Yeah,
for both of us.
You good?
Yes,
you good. Me dumb. Me like.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited about that stuff. Had a good time.
Yeah.
And then movies. I'll just say, speaking of Mike Flanagan, I did watch The Life of Chuck.
Oh.
I think that you'll like it a lot.
Okay.
It's definitely not a horror movie. It's more of a very introspective, like Chuck's barely in it. It's like 3 different sections.
Good, because I hate that guy.
Yeah, I know. But it has that like Midnight Mass, those scenes where it's just a lot of like people are doing a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of those kind of scenes where you have really impactful, thoughtful. What's the word I'm looking for? When people just do a whole speech.
Soliloquy.
Is it a soliloquy?
I don't know.
We had to do it in drama. Monologues, yeah. So you had those kind of monologues.
What's the difference between that and a soliloquy?
Is a soliloquy just in a play?
Yeah, maybe.
No. Monologues are in plays too. Well, maybe not. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not the one that.
How do you spell soliloquy?
SOLIL.
Qui.
Soliloquy. OQ. Soliloquy.
An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when oneself or regards of any hearer, especially.
Okay.
Is a soliloquy? There's no one else there?
So
you're
it's
saying
like
it by yourself.
A Shakespeare thing.
Yeah.
Okay, monologue is when there's other people that you're talking to.
Yeah, a soliloquy would be like, I was wondering, like, as if you're reading your inner monologue out loud, sort of like how Matthew Broad. Well, is Ferris Bueller sort of soliloquy?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about how Matthew Broderick just does that in real life.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
Or when he killed a guy.
Yeah.
Why am I laughing?
It's just a funny thing to say out of nowhere.
Remember that thing happened?
Hey, remember that time, Matthew? No.
How many fucking celebrities can you do that with? Too many.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter.
Last one I'm going to mention. Oh. Sorry, Will. God.
Wow, Will.
What did I do? Did I do something?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even.
You went last one. You went, oh.
No, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. It's okay. It came out. That's all that counts.
It's honest.
I started watching It, Welcome to Derry.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And
is it good?
I like it. I think people are a little turned off because Pennywise is. I'm only 3 episodes in. I think only 4 have come out. Pennywise is basically not in it so far because it's just his, because he can turn into anything.
Yeah.
But just like the clown version of him has not really showed up.
Oh.
And so it's a lot of.
I've not read the book. I've not watched any of the movies.
Oh, okay.
So
but
this is what is his name? Bill Skarsgård?
Bill Skarsgård.
Is he doing Pennywise?
Yep.
Awesome.
It's the same. Andy Muschietti is the one. Yeah. He's a director from the movies.
Cool.
He also did this too. So
I really liked the part 1 of that. Was like, I don't even like horror, and I loved that. The second one was, I think, a tonally completely different, which is not what I was expecting. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more of like a adventure, almost comedy at times.
Well, that was the problem with the miniseries, and people forget that the first, like the Tim Curry version, was a miniseries. It's long, and everyone loves the kid version.
Yeah,
and then when they get older, it's like, oh, this isn't very engaging anymore.
Well, yeah, it's because like when having a scary clown from the perspective of being a child, and like where like the adults aren't believing you, is like genuinely terrifying and weirdly relatable, because there's nothing worse than when you were a little kid. You'd be like, this bad thing, not bad thing, but like, how parents just scoffed you off and stuff,
Yeah.
And so, but then when they were like adults, and it's just sort of like, okay, use a gun, maybe.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it does become quite a lot more of like, let's just kill this alien spider monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do like all it, I think it's trying to follow the Stephen King universe. It has a lot more parts from the book. Where, because this is
Child
based
orgies?
off of like, no, not that part.
Okay.
But there's like interstitials in the book where it talks about the earlier times where it showed up.
Yeah.
And so this is based off of that. But
yeah, because the story of it is that in Derry, Maine, every 27 years or so, this monster, who is disguises as Pennywise but can be anything, kills a bunch of children and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But they also added, and this is not a spoiler, but it's just an interesting thing. From when we watched The Shining, they have Dick Halloran as one of the characters. He's not Cab Calloway.
Scatman Crothers?
Scatman Crothers, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's only like 4 characters in that, so it's weird that you said somebody I didn't recognize.
Yeah, so, he plays a main role in it. So
cool.
It's nice to have other, like Castle Rock, where you have different
it's always kind of
characters
fun.
from the different books kind of interacting with each other.
Phil, what's in your
No,
thing?
I'm Phil.
Yes.
He pointed.
I pointed to you.
Yeah, but I'm Phil.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And I'm Will.
Yeah.
Okay, Will
that's
is
Craig.
This is
that's
Patrick.
Right. And that's Lucy.
And that's Lucy.
Will is asking Phil if Phil has something in his wallet.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are probably expecting it. So I don't have like a new thing I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I started rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
What? You've never mentioned this to us before. How dare you?
I feel like I've recommended it on this like 2 or 3 times now. I think it's just like the single greatest saga of storytelling for me. It's the best. It's got all the so they had the benefit of like the manga had finished and they had already done the show once. So they had the benefit of like, so we've done this before.
So for context, Phil is talking about the anime Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
Which is an adaptation of
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, which was a comic. So Japanese comic book.
They made Full Metal Alchemist, the anime, but they got halfway through that and the manga had not finished.
So oftentimes
they started They started just writing their own story.
So, oftentimes when a manga is very popular in Japan, as is in the same with the way we do things in America, they will start adapting like the IP before it's actually finished. So think Game of Thrones, think Harry Potter's, where they have to catch up or they have to make stuff up. And so the original Full Metal Alchemist is essentially Game of Thrones, where it hadn't finished, so they just like kind of it became fanfic at some point.
Well, at least Harry Potter didn't catch up with itself. It was all done by the time.
Yeah, it did. Harry Potter, but the only thing, like, I only mention that because Harry Potter, the last couple books hadn't been written when the first couple movies came out.
Yeah.
So, like, the actors playing, like, these characters didn't know ultimately where their characters were heading. So there was a little bit of, like, I don't know. I feel like there was probably some, like, artistic sort of, like,
do you think in those kind of cases that it's better for them to know the full journey so it informs their performances?
It's almost always better to have an ending in mind. Maybe not from a character perspective, but definitely from a director perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I think Breaking Bad is one of the greatest shows. Is because Breaking Bad had a very specific ending in mind. You know what I mean? They wanted to get to a place and then they ended when they got there.
It's not like Lost.
It's not like Lost or even like, I don't know, there's like dozens of shows where like it keeps going and going and going and you're like, can we just like kill this? Because this is like, this needs to end, you know?
Yeah. And so Brotherhood had the benefit of that where like it had a full story with a clear ending.
Yeah.
So and kind of a do-over of the anime.
Yeah, and they kind of got to do a do-over of an anime they had already done. So like it had all the ingredients of like, this is absolutely going to be perfect. This is like nobody gets this second shot at something. Yeah. But they absolutely nail it. It is like they have all these intertwining threads going throughout like 60 something episodes, and some of them you don't see like the fruition of until like episode 60.
Yeah.
But they introduced it in like episode 7.
That to me is like how you do world build. Like that to me is always best when you have this.
This show is like, for me, it's like the most inspiring, like creatively inspiring setting and world that they've built out. That is just like, they keep doing a zoom out and you realize the problem that you've been looking at is just one small piece of a much larger picture. And then you zoom out again and you realize that the problem that was a zoomed out larger thing than the original problem is actually a smaller bit of this even more zoomed out larger thing that's going on. And then also they do a really good job of showing like we're following 2 characters generally. But the show does a really, really good job of following a bunch of other characters throughout without it necessarily being related to the 2 main characters. Like people have their own journeys that they're going on, and they have their own interactions with other people. So the main cast is like 30 characters that get a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
And it just does it makes such a cool world. And I was telling Craig right before, it's like every time I watch this show, I watch it like once a year, every other year. It just like jumps in. How do you watch it? It's on Netflix right now.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like there's still stuff. Like I was just watching it before I came over and I was watching an episode and I was like, oh, these 2 characters are like a clear reference to these other 2 characters. They have like a very similar relationship, and it's mirroring these other ones, and that's why like this person ends up helping this person because they see like a bit of this other person in this. So it's this whole. It's just great. It's just really, really good. It's a fantastic show. If you haven't seen Brotherhood, you should watch Brotherhood. If you have seen it, you should watch it again. Mm-hmm. And if you've watched it again, you should call me.
Yeah.
I like that they have the same voice actor for the main guy between the 2 series.
Yeah. I feel like they kept at least some of them. I didn't watch the original run because for a long time it was like, oh, don't watch that one. It's bad and Brotherhood is good.
Yeah.
And then the internet has seemed to soften on that quite a bit where like
that's good.
The original run adds its own thing. Like it tells its own story, and from what I understand, it does a pretty good job of it. It's just really hard to hold a candle to what is essentially like perfection.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, so I watched the original because it was on Adult Swim, so they would play parts of it, and then I think like years later, I was like, I'm going to watch the whole thing in its entirety. And I watched the whole thing in its entirety. And I remember really liking, the one thing I like about, this is what I like the most about anime and like JRPGs is they do like a lot of like really fun world building. Like it's a lot of like, if this is true, then this must also be true. Sort of world building where it's like, if you can do this, then you could do this. And if you could do that, then X, Y, Z, that's why I think I really enjoyed Death Note, because I at first thought it was going to be like a episodic sort of like Sailor Moon styled, anime kid in high school, like, but no, it's like, it is literally like, if this is true, and then this is also true, then this person, and it's, so that's, and that's what I really liked about Full Metal Alchemist and like a lot of anime is like, they're just like, okay, so if you have these powers, then this would, and I remember liking it. It is one of those things where it's like really dark. And for something that is as bright as it seems, there's quite a bit of body horror, at least in the original one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like, it definitely gets really intense. And as I watch it, as I get older, I'm like affected much more by like the rough stuff in it. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Like these are kids dealing. It's like some of these people are kids dealing with this. This is like, and you start to relate to the characters differently as you get older and you're like, man, this is fucked up that they're putting these people through this and like, man, but it's great. Yeah. It's great.
I need to check it out. I need to get back into watching television shows. But that's a me problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have not a television show, but do you have like a thing, William?
Oh, me?
William.
Oh.
William.
You sound like the girl sitting next to me about to ask me to cheat off my homework. William. Hi, Tia.
Can I look at your paper?
What'd you get for? No, don't. Get away from me. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I was a nerd, but I was a mean nerd, and it always confused the pretty girls because they'd be like, "Hey, you've probably never seen a boob before," and I'd be like, "Don't talk to me." Like, whoa.
I have the internet.
God, go away.
I
just want to draw my anime guys.
100%.
Yep. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that as like maybe this is right. That was like definitely this is correct.
That's what I was doing. Okay. What was I going to say? I what's in my wallet, what's in my coin purse, is the aptly titled Ball Pit.
Ooh.
It is one of those little indie games.
Oh, it's not just a ball pit.
No, it's not just a ball pit. It's stylized ball X pit, but I think you just say ball pit. It doesn't really matter.
Bulks pit.
So it was pitched to me as Vampire Survivors meets Peggle.
Oh, interesting.
Which is not true.
Oh,
okay.
Because whoever said that doesn't remember Peggle correctly. Because Peggle is like pachinko or whatever, right? Where you like the ball, you fire a ball and it bounces off things. No, this game is actually more Brick Breaker meets Vampire Survivors. So I don't know if you guys remember Brick Breaker, but it's like basically Pong versus where you like breaking bricks. So yeah, it's one of those games where it's a roguelite where you play as a little character who shoots balls in specific directions, whichever direction you choose, and you break enemies that way, and that's how you fight. And it gets crazier, and you can, like Vampire Survivors, you can mix and match and sort of combine different powerful balls. And it's one of those games where it's just great to throw on and like do like a puzzle-y kind of game. And the thing I like about those kind of games is like you can play a run and it can be like a complete failure, but you'll get more coins. And so you can at least like, so there's that element where you're like, you have these characters and you're breaking bricks with your big balls. Mm-hmm. And then you go back and has like this village building element where you get like supplies, which then unlock more characters or boost your stats and stuff. But what I find really cool about this, and it's kind of a little thing, but like a lot of these roguelike games, they do this thing where it's like, okay, this is the action part, and then this is the downtime part. And oftentimes those two parts like don't really mix. Like in Hades, you kind of like walk around. And it's a little bit of a dating sim and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're not doing that, you're stabbing monsters in the face. You know, there's another game, Dave the Diver. I don't know if you guys ever played that one.
I love Dave the Diver.
Yeah, Dave the Diver.
I started playing that again.
Yeah, where you go and you scuba dive and you shoot fish, and then there's like a Cooking Mama sort of like mini game where you run a restaurant basically.
Okay.
And the game, those two gameplays have never been like, it's always like, here's one game, here's the second game, you know, within this game. But in this one, you build these, you build your little town and you set them all up in a certain way. And then you fire your villagers like you're playing the brick breaker part of the game at the buildings to either build them or harvest things. So it is sort of bridging. It's funny, but it is sort of like, it's like, oh, it's the same sort of elements. You know what I mean? Like you're sort of doing the same thing again, but it's just in a different way this time where you're like firing the villagers and they like bounce around things and like collect. And that's how you do like the harvesting and getting your grains and your money and stuff. And I don't know. I don't like it nearly as much as Vampire Survivors, but it is pretty fun. I think I'm about to get to the end of it.
I saw that they're gonna, there's a studio, I think it's the studio that did Vampire Survivors, is in like contract with Warhammer to do a Warhammer 40K version or a Warhammer Age of Sigmar, I can't remember, version of Vampire Survivors, and I'm like,
that should be fun.
You couldn't get my money faster.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever heard any interviews with the guy who made Vampire Survivors. I'm pretty sure he's Italian. He might be French. I'm not great at accents, and I don't quite remember. But like he basically like he's
got to be Italian, given the names in the.
Well, he's like, it's funny because I got all the names wrong, and they're like, it's supposed to be Saint Water, but it's Santa Water.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Are you going to change it?" He goes, "No, why would I change that? That's hilarious." And like he just like he's like, and they're like, all the characters just like walk like they don't walk through, like they walk right through obstacles and stuff. The bad guys, and he's like, yeah, that's like the jank is sort of like built into the game.
Yeah.
It's a feature of it. And like the way like all the characters in like you can like phase through stuff, and if you get to like high end at the end of Vamp, you feel like you're just breaking the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Which to me is like really not enough games do that anymore. Because I remember like back in the day playing JRPGs, if you got all the best gear, if you got all the best stuff, like at the end of Final Fantasy VII, you just broke the game. Like Cloud could like do like his biggest move like 3 times in a row, and then if he got hit, he did it again, and you could like just like I remember because I did all the side quest stuff, and then I finally fought Sephiroth, and I like beat him in like 6 turns. I was like, oh, I was a little overpowered for this. But like, yeah. So anyways, but yeah, ball pit.
Ball X pit.
It looks really good.
Bulks pit.
Yeah, I like it. It is one of those games. Occasionally I like the big sprawling epic like Ghost of Tsushima where you're like, you know, big open world stuff. But sometimes it's just like, I just like want to do a mindless like game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do an actual game. You know?
I'm going to try it out, and then I will come back and judge you.
Oh.
Got it?
Oh, I don't want that to happen. That sounds awesome.
I don't want that to happen.
I just ruined the game for you. I'm sorry.
On the Switch?
I have it on the Switch.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on. It's on
Steam and Xbox
Steam.
and
It's probably on all the things.
Maybe I'll Steam it.
Yeah, I think I bought it for like $8, but I think it's on sale. It's normally priced around $14. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if you're gonna owe us $14 then.
Speaking of seeing Robin going to Comic-Con, which is something Craig said a while ago, the guy who plays Robin in Batman, is he going to be at the Comic-Con? Pretty sure I saw it. No, wait, no. Who did I see?
I
Never
don't know.
mind then. Cut this whole thing. We saw a movie.
Speaking of owing your friend something,
the reason that we were talking so much during the first segment is because we didn't want to talk about this one.
We saw Kinsey. So Kinsey is a 2004 American biographical drama film written and directed by Bill Condon. It's starring Liam Neeson, Laura Linney, Chris O'Donnell. That's who I thought, but he's not there.
No.
He's not going to be there. I don't know why I thought that. Anyways, Peter Sarsgaard, Timothy Hutton, John Lithgow, Tim Curry, not Jim Curry. I don't know who that is. Oliver Platt and Dylan Baker and like 1,000 other little tiny cameos.
Yeah, seriously.
Running time is 118 minutes long. It had a budget of $11 million and it made $16.9 million. How do you think this movie is doing on Rotten Tomatoes? Phil?
71.
And what do you think?
I'll do 88.
Okay, my phone is freaking out on me, so I don't actually know.
Okay.
Stall for time. Tell a funny story. Oh my God, what's going on?
So this movie you said was like an adventure comedy or something.
Yeah,
but I actually think it's more of like a filthy pornography movie.
You think so?
Yeah, and I think it's just really like sacrilegious that you made us watch this movie.
Sorry, what was your guess for Rotten Tomatoes, Phil?
71.
And Craig, what do you think?
88.
Craig wins 90.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, 75 audience
I undercooked
score.
my guess. I don't agree with 71.
So I picked this movie. Why did I pick this movie?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So Laura
You
Linney's...
just wanted to make us feel weird.
I did partially. But no, so back when we were doing the month thing, I always dabbled with doing a Laura Linney month because she's one of those actresses where I I realized I'm like, she may be one of my favorite actresses just because she's like great and everything and also is completely underappreciated, I believe. So this was going to be one of the movies I would have picked had we done that. But Kinsey appeared to me, I think my brother introduced me to it. And it was one of those films where I was like, it was like exactly the kind of movie I would find on my brother's laptop type of movie. You know what I mean? Like, this is exactly the sort of thing my brother, the theater major, would be really into. And I think the only reason why he wanted to watch it is because we were in a play called Kiss Me Kate, and there is a song in that called It's Too Darn Hot. And in that song, there is a lyric that's like, according to the Kinsey Report, every average man much prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. And so we were like, what's the Kinsey Report? And we're like, oh, it's a sex report.
Yeah.
Anyways. So this is a weird one for me. I think for me to pick. Normally I'm the guy who's picking either really, really, really bad movies or really stylized movies or movies that I somehow missed that I should have watched.
This feels like a wild card pick. It feels a little bit like a Phil pick.
It feels a little bit like a Phil pick, a little bit of a Craig pick, because it feels very Oscar baity, and Craig's much more of the Oscar baiter.
Yeah.
If anything can be said about me.
Of the three of us. And it's also a biopic, and I hate biopics.
Yeah. You know what I found with this one? I don't mind biopics if I don't fucking know the person at all.
Right, yeah. Well,
like I knew of the Kinsey Report.
Well, so, I mean, like, I feel like, so Alfred Kinsey? It's either Alfred or Albert, one of those two.
I think he's Alfred and his father was Albert.
Yeah, Alfred. The thing that's weird about talking about biopics is you, like, want to talk about the person, but you want to talk about the character, not the actual person.
Yeah.
And the reason why I hate biopics is because it just like erases the like sort of cultural memory of the actual person and replaces it with a fictional version. So like when people are like thinking of like, it just reminds me of like I saw they have Hamilton on Disney Plus and I watched Hamilton with my wife and I really liked Aaron Burr's character. And Caitlin's like, wow, you're a really big Aaron Burr fan. And I'm like, well, now hang on. I know nothing about Aaron Burr. I like this guy in this movie.
I like this character
named Aaron Burr. I don't know anything about that little dumpy dude I saw you just showed me a picture of. You know.
Did he die in a duel, or he survived a duel, or he killed a guy in a duel?
Are you talking about Hamilton?
No, Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr killed
Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
Okay. Don't come at me for this.
Sorry.
I went to American public schools.
I'm sorry. I just realized in that moment that you hadn't watched Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched Hamilton.
Oh, which I feel like, I guess I always kind of forget you're a musical guy, but you're
I only like the musicals I've already seen.
You like music, you're musical, but you're not a musical guy.
Yeah, I only like the musicals I've already seen.
Yeah.
God damn it,
and
Phil.
Only if I already liked them.
But Hamilton's pretty.
So if we go,
I've heard it's great.
If we go back in time, and as a little kid, we were like, "Hey, check this out."
So yeah.
Then you would have
liked it.
Yeah.
So if you ever do watch Hamilton, you have to imagine you're a high school history teacher trying to connect to inner city kids, and if you do that, it's the greatest performance you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it is such a, it is, yeah. Anyways.
Can I give my opinion on this movie?
Go for it.
I hope you could.
I would hope so.
You better not, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't really like biopics too much. Mm-hmm. And I think I understand why. And as watching this, I don't know anything about Kinsey.
Yes.
At all, but I could smell the scenes that I knew weren't real.
Oh, fair.
Like we watched too many of them, like the scene with his dad where he gets a little bit of a, like he realizes that his dad's been affected by the prudish ways of society.
Right.
And, we already talked about in person the scene at the very end.
Yes.
With the lady saying, "You saved my life." It's just like, okay. These things probably didn't happen.
To me, that was what was the name of the director?
Bill Condon.
To me, that was like Bill Condon put that in there because Bill Condon is an openly gay man.
Yeah, and
that's the one thing that you can point to positively that Kinsey probably did do, which was start to unravel the sort of what's the word? Stigma that, being gay there's something wrong with homosexuality.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Something abnormal where it's clearly very much not abnormal.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you give us just a quick rundown?
Yeah, I can give a quick rundown. So again, it's going to feel weird to talk about this because I also kind of want to talk about the actual, but Alfred Kinsey in real life and in this movie was a man who was a biologist in Indiana University who was studying bugs. And he was kind of a sex positive guy and found himself becoming like a sex guru to the young grad students who were recently married. Cause this is in the 40s and 30s when you get married basically out of high school.
Yeah.
And so there's this one great scene with him talking to Jim Krasinski. No, Jim Krasinski. What's his name? John Krasinski. Jim's his character.
Yes.
John Krasinski about going down on a girl and whether or not that'll affect fertility or whatever. And he says do you actually know if it does? And he's like, actually, no, I don't.
Yeah.
And so basically the most of the movie is Kinsey, played by Liam Neeson,
trying to prove John Krasinski wrong.
Trying to prove John Krasinski wrong.
The actor.
The actor, yes.
Specifically he went down on so many women. It was ridiculous.
So basically it's him starting doing the first sex study that's not clinical. And by that I mean the Tim Curry's character is the biologist, the human biologist professor is teaching his sex, how sex works, and it's very clinical and then also weirdly moral.
Yeah.
I guess I would argue, I don't know if clinical is the right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like his is specifically not clinical.
Yeah,
it's
his was not clinical,
almost.
but it's very about hygiene and and a lot of things were hygiene. Also this is how sex works. The penis goes into the vagina and then the sperm go to the fallopian tubes, and you know what I mean? Like it's like that kind of stuff.
Will's flexing his sex knowledge on
I know
us.
so much. Cervix is a word.
It's like a little bit of the fifth grade version of sex ed we had, and then a little bit of the when was the other one? Was it 8th grade? I feel like we had another.
What grade are you in when you're 22?
There was two. Yeah. What?
Yeah. So it's like commented because the other half of his class is like, if you have sex once, you're gonna have venereal diseases
or whatever. It's your penis will fall right on off.
Yeah.
And this is more. And there was like one line where it's like, you find this to be mostly true with the African American. Anyways,
the camera pans to the one African American, the one black kid.
He's like, what the? So anyway, basically it's like, but there's nobody's talking about like actually how people have sex. You know what I mean? Or
right. It's all top down.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's very like nature like, almost like this is something men and women do to have children. And it's like when Kinsey's like, well, no, people do it because it's fun, you know?
Yeah.
And so anyway, so him and a bunch of, I guess, grad students or postgraduate students go across the country interviewing people about their sex lives. And like he created what is called the Kinsey scale, which is like a scale from like I think 1 to 6, which is 1 being exclusively heterosexual and 6 being exclusively homosexual, which you'll hear people say like, oh, where are you on this like scale? That sort of like talk like that.
And that's why we're going to start a new segment. Where are you on the Kinsey scale this week?
This week, I'm still stuck at 1.
Yeah.
And this conversation is making me -1. I don't know what that means.
I was going to try and find another joke, but it's like, there's no joke numbers. How do you make a funny
number out of it?
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's like sort of the nuts and bolts of like what this man actually did. He released a book. It became very successful. It's like called like it has a very clinical title, which is like sex traits or sex practices in the human male or something like that. But in the story of the movie, you know, it's him sort of like breaking free of the confines of his very religious, very stick in the mud father, played by John Lithgow, who is like a preacher who has like a moral police or whatever.
And he wants him. What was the job that he had?
He wanted him to be an engineer.
That's right. Yeah, an engineer.
Yeah, and and Liam Neeson's character Kinsey wanted to be a what do they call him in it? Proc. I think Proc is like what everyone calls him. He wants to be a biologist. Anyways, and so it's about his rise and fall of success. Yeah, he finds a lot of success doing that first book. He starts doing a second book that's more about like female sex habits,
which doesn't go well.
It doesn't go as well. And Laura Linney's character, his wife, is like, yeah, it's because you told a bunch of people that their moms, grandmas, and daughters are masturbating, and people didn't want to hear that, you know, because we're still. So, and so like, and then it's sort of like his eventual downfall, because like, this is why I think this is such a great movie, is because it is a biopic, but I don't really, what I like about it is it rhymes so much, because like the story of Kinsey is a man trying to break free of like sort of the confines and the hangups of his father, right? And then he ends up like creating the exact same relationship with his son.
Yeah.
Where his son is then at some point going like, Dad, this is weird. I don't want to talk to you about my penis anymore.
Yeah,
you know
nobody
what I mean?
talks like this.
Like my friends aren't allowed over at our house because you're talking about hymens all the time. You know what I mean? And like even Laura Linney's, his wife, is like at one point, she's like, have you learned nothing? You know, which I think is very interesting. And it's like also like he's trying to talk about the non-biological side of sex from a biological point of view.
Yeah.
So he's taking the human element out of his like experiments, but what he's actually measuring is the human element. So he starts like getting involved in these like not exactly experiments, but like sort of tests with like his students, and he basically like you like see the writing on the wall as it's all like kind of crashing and burning, because like he's basically like filming him having sex with people, and then not his students, but they're now his employees having sex with their wives and all this stuff, and it all gets like entangled, and you're like, yeah, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it is one of those things where you're like, yeah, his hubris, you know what I mean? Like it gets in the way, and like, and it kind of echoes, because like earlier on you see him talking to his dad, and the thing he yells at his dad is like, do you think you matter? Do you think what you're doing is important? And then like later on, he's like, he can't see, he needs somebody to say that to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you're messing with people's lives here in quote unquote pursuit of like scientific discovery. But it's like, is that what you're doing? Or are you just being a little pervert?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
at some point, yeah. Where did he cross that line of like, he's being a little fucking freak?
Yeah, he is. And I think the movie does a good job of sort of like going like, it is one of the few movies where you're rooting for him at the beginning and rooting against the Puritan, like sort of, and then halfway through you find yourself switching sides, where you're sort of going like, yeah, well, yeah, Kinsey, like chill out, man. Like he's like giving a speech about like monogamy being like such a bad hang up, and like it's just like, and it's just sort of like, well, like what do you expect, man? Like just like you're inserting yourselves into your students or your employees, like really your employees like marriages and stuff, and they're all getting married in your backyard, and like all you're swinging together and working what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
You know, and so you end up like rooting for like the stuffy sort of academics who are kind of going like,
no, I wasn't rooting for that.
Not really rooting for them, but like you're on their side a little bit, where you're kind of going like, yeah, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, of course they're going to distance themselves.
Yeah, they're going to distance themselves from this, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you like are on their side, but you're like, you're sort of like, well, I can see where they're coming from. Yeah. Of course, this isn't going to work.
And also, this isn't now.
Yeah.
And this now, that kind of stuff now would
even.
Now would be even worse, because like he's absolutely like, you know, he's absolutely abusing his relationship with his students. Like it is 100% an abusive relationship. You know what I mean? And it doesn't. It at no point makes it seem like it's not, though, which I think is good for this movie. Like it doesn't ever like go like, oh, we're having so much fun. The whole time you're kind of going like,
yeah, it does do a good job of threading that needle of like,
I see what you're doing, but this is not going to go well.
What they're doing is weird, even though the like core ideals of what they're trying to do with the work is great.
Yes.
They themselves have taken it in such a weird way, which is like very, like you said, it like rhymes with, you know, man and religion. And then this is man and like
he sort of like
he like starts a sex religion.
He sort of starts a sex religion, and he when he's doing his like, you know, he's preaching about morality. You know what I mean? Like he starts off just talking clinically or like, you know, very like matter of factly, and then he becomes a preacher. He becomes what he didn't want to become. Yeah, he becomes his father, but like a Funhouse mirror version. Mm-hmm. But it's the same thing. It's, I don't know. I think that's a really great.
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Is it Peter Sarsgaard?
Yeah,
is his name.
No, it's Sarsgaard.
It's not Skarsgård.
It's not Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's not part of that.
When you said it when we were watching it, I was like, "Wait, there's another one."
No, I
Then I looked it up, and it was not.
No. He's also in another great biopic, Shattered Glass, with Hayden Christensen. So look that one up.
I think you're thinking of Jumper. Glass is the one.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So his character is kind of a little bit of the foil for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have to be mentioned that part of the reason that his studies were so profound then, and we have a harder time now producing the same kind of results, is because he was very much of the mind. I'm talking about Kinsey again. Sorry. That he was going to have his interviewers build a relationship with the person so they would feel more comfortable.
Yeah, there is a lot. They spend a lot of time talking about how he gets the correct answer, like gets answers from people. Yeah.
And it's not just the person walks in, they're like, how many times do you have sex per week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, would you say that you did this? And it's just like, okay, you are going to get some stilted responses.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe not completely the truth. So I don't know, any medical, like anytime they come out with that kind of stuff, it's like, okay, what are the ways that you ask these questions?
Yeah.
What are the questions? What are the control? Like, I don't know. There's just so many. I don't trust most.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, turns out eggs are bad for you again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
No.
But yeah, Sarsgaard's character is the first, like, he's a student of his.
Yes.
And then he takes a liking to him and he decides that he's going to have him as his first protege.
Yes.
And then you kind of see that they're starting a relationship, and you think that you're seeing the end of his marriage because she sees it, what's happening here.
Yes.
And then they him and Sarsgaard start sleeping together, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to tell my wife.
Yeah.
This is normal, and she should be fine with this. And at first, she is like distraught. Like, she's like, what about love? And he's like, what about it?
Yeah. What does it got to do?
That's just fucking.
Like, yeah. And well, he is kind of saying that. She's like, yes, but I didn't say you could or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
He has to have like it explained to him so many times. Like, cause he's like gone completely the other side where he's like, there should be no, like, we're taking more, I need to strip away all morality because all morality is bad. And you're just sort of like, no
one said that.
No one said that. Hold on.
But 2 times he has that thrown back at him.
Yes.
One is when his wife and Sarsgaard start sleeping together.
Yeah.
And then he has to be like, oh,
yes, this is fine. Yes. Yeah.
And then when they meet, oh gosh, what actor is it? I had it. William Sadler's character.
Oh yeah.
So this guy is claims to have had sex with like thousands of people.
Yes,
and he can masturbate in like 10 seconds, like crazy stuff like that. And you're like, okay, this guy's weird. And then he starts talking about his experiences sexually with children, and then it takes a big turn.
Yeah,
and
that's when Robin.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell leaves the room, and then the guy's just like, "Oh, I thought you guys were cool, like
with everything.
Everything. You're getting rid of morality in this, so you guys are acting like a bunch of squares." And that's when Kinsey's like, "Oh, well, no one should ever get hurt and stuff like that." And I can't tell, I read different things that, Kinsey had his own opinions on when it came to underage stuff. So I don't know how much of that is true and how much of it isn't.
It's just inserted in here to make him not seem so bad.
Yes.
Or make the character.
Yeah. So that's another time where it's like,
what?
I gotta stop saying inserted.
Yeah, you keep saying inserted.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
I feel like I've never heard you say that word until this episode.
I think you got inserting things on the brain right now.
I don't know why I would.
But it's,
Do you think,
his
Sadler's
way.
character is libertarian?
Ooh.
Seems like he would be.
Yeah.
What happens when you do take morality out of it? It's
yeah.
Everything's fair game. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
What is the logical?
Yeah. Just use other people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And that's essentially like what he ends up doing. He's like using these people, and it comes crashing down when like all of his funding gets taken away. And then like, what is it? What's his name? The student who's in the throuple with them. He gets married.
Oh yeah. Sarsgaard.
And his wife then catches feelings for another person because they're all swinging together, and it's sort of like a little bit of irony because it's like he stepped in on someone else's marriage, etc.
And now he's getting pissed off.
Yeah. But at the same time, the person to blame for all of this is still Kinsey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Kinsey was one, the first off the married person, and two,
fostered
this relationships and like created this environment and absolutely manipulated and abused these students.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Former students. Yeah.
it's interesting because it takes I feel like it takes no real stance.
Yeah.
Almost. And in a way, I think that's like the way it should have gone. It's given that like his whole thing, at least in this story of the events, was he was trying to be a taxonomist and trying to just classify.
Yes.
And the movie itself kind of does that, where it just shows the events and kind of doesn't really give you like a and this is the moral thing and this is not the moral thing, and here's this person getting punished because this is a story I've written.
Yes. I mean,
it's just events.
Yeah, if anything it is a morality play on like just how power and fame can go to somebody's head. Do you know what I mean? Because he does genuinely seem to come from this at the beginning of like to help people, because there's like I think at one point he says it, and it's like sort of the thesis of the whole idea is like people talking about, am I normal? Do they just want to hear that their sexual proclivities or whatever are normal? And what, you know, he discovers is that there is no normal. Everyone is completely different, you know, like, which I think is sort of what the filmmaker is saying about the movie is like Kinsey, for good or for bad, like sort of paved this way of like saying like what is normal is just what's normal for individuals. And so like it's sort of started the slow process of like, I think this movie came out, I want to say like 10 years before gay marriage was legal. Because when did that happen? That was like, was that Barack Obama's first or second term? Would have been second term. I think it would have been the second term. So it would have been around like 2014 or so when that just like happened. So yeah, this came out in 2004, which was just like peak middle school Will Phil homophobia. Yeah.
Well, thanks for lumping me in there.
Hey, man.
I mean, I should be lumped in there.
Anyways.
So, but it does a good job of showing like this is a thing that had to happen in our society.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the way that it did happen.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, again, power, fame.
Yeah.
And, you know, the clinical way he was going about things wasn't exactly the right way, but still people.
Yeah, I think the point where you are filming yourself having sex with your employee's wife should have been a moment of, should I be doing this? Am I making the world a better place at this point?
One film I wanted to mention, and when we were watching it and watching Kinsey, I mentioned him before, Joe Bob Briggs from the signing I went to. He wrote a book called Profoundly Disturbing, because he just writes about movies. And so it was movies that when they came out were banned or they were very controversial. And one of them I had never heard of before, and it's just called Mom and Dad. It came out in the 40s, and it was replicated many times over. It is a sexploitation, and it's what it did. This is during the code times, and so how do you show kind of sensitive material to the greater audience without getting in trouble? Well, you have to show it in a medical, like you're taking a morality play, but then you're adding like, this is, we're going to show medically how a C-section is done, or like, this is the live birth, or venereal diseases. Like, it was a chopped up film. It was like a loose plot. And then depending on who was showing it or who had the cut of it, they would add extra stuff on it to maybe let's focus on the venereal diseases. So it was kind of like Tim Curry's Class, where he's trying to scare the kids. But it's also, at the same time, it's about a girl who got knocked up by a pilot, and the pilot dies, and she's trying to figure out if she should keep the kid or not. And they're like, these are all the
Yeah, so I'm looking at a poster of it.
Yeah.
And on the side it says like segregated audiences, women only and high school girls at 2 and 7 p.m., men only and high school boys at 9 p.m.
Yeah. So the popularity of this movie I've never heard of this before. This was the third or fourth highest grossing film of the 40s. That's how popular this was. So people were interested.
Yeah.
They were hungry for this thing. So the same thing with Kinsey's class is when he's like, guess what? These feelings that you're having or the things that you're doing are normal.
Right.
It's completely normal. You know, it's worse for you psychologically if you're going through your whole life thinking that you're abnormal and you should never do these things. So it is interesting that there was this whole genre of films before my parents were even born that were about sex and the consequences of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a Reefer Madness sidestep.
Yeah. I know, similar note, and I had mentioned him when we watched this movie. So Kinsey and his research was in like the 50s, right? 50s to 60s.
Yeah, around there.
So there was
he was dead by the late 50s, so it was mostly in the late 40s.
Yeah, 40s, yeah.
So there was
early 50s.
There was a German doctor, Magnus Hirschfeld, who was a sexologist he died in 1935.
Oh.
So most of his work was like between 1900 something and 1935. So like even earlier than this, there was somebody who was doing a lot of this research who was a huge LGBTQ advocate and was a huge like anti-Nazi dude. And then the Nazis came and burned all his research.
And I think even then, the European mentality about sex, maybe not LGBT, but sex in general was a lot.
It was definitely different.
Yeah, it's not as prudish as Americans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Americans have like and then also like there's this like weird like sort of like because like the Nazis also like had their like sort of like Trojan horse of socialism. So like there was I don't know, but yeah, definitely like in America there was definitely like our Puritan, like even Kinsey says at one point, he's like, I wonder what this country would look like if the Puritans had just stayed home.
Yeah.
You know, because like, well, I do wonder that,
yeah.
You know?
But it's just interesting to like somebody had an official, like sex science, like he published books, he did a bunch of work, and he initially started getting in trouble because of some German chancellor before the Nazis took power was like a conservative Catholic, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like them gays, so I don't like this guy," because he was also gay, Magnus Hirschfeld. If you look at a picture of him and his husband, they look so cool. Like he's just this like thick guy with a big old curly mustache.
Nice.
It's great.
And I'm sure there's even other cultures way before this.
Way before,
I'm
sure.
Yeah,
this is
let's
just
all
like,
openly talk about this. This is
this
normal.
was somebody like
and like the Romans and stuff like that. Yeah,
but this was somebody doing like the like similar science to what like Kinsey was doing.
Yeah.
And it's which I'm sure there were people before that were doing that version because
I mean
it's
like
a whole thing.
I mean it is like Kinsey even in the movie has like a collection of like not vintage, ancient pornography, and it's like like the very first like cave painting we see like people have ever discovered was like some dude with a big dick. And,
and one of the like earliest carvings I think we've found is a big boobied lady.
Yeah, big boobied lady.
Oh, part of his downfall is that someone tips off, was it the TSA or somebody or that he has sensitive material and it's just old timey porn.
Yeah, he's like importing like 1800s like nudie mags and
Which
stuff.
is the exact same thing that happened to Paul Rubens.
Yeah, so that is exactly. Yeah, that's right.
And Paul Revere.
Yes,
yeah, I've heard that
man.
about him.
Whew.
The Midnight Ride, if you know what I mean.
He had
Hey-o.
that.
1 if I land, 2 if I my dick.
I thought you were going to go way more.
Different, yeah. So, how many Laura Linney's out of 5 would you rate this?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
You're looking at me.
I am.
You can't say 1 out of 1 because that doesn't make sense.
So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of a funny thing to do, but I think I might just do. I'm going to give this movie 5 out of 5.
We're just for the audience knows that Will was doing an impression of the pervert.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you give this a 5?
Oh yeah. I think this. I personally like this movie a lot. It's a really well-made movie. Again, I like it when my movies have like the kind of rhyming, sort of playing on a theme. I think it's genuinely funny at times too.
Yeah,
and I think it's thought-provoking. It's also incredibly uncomfortable to watch with your buddies. But I think that's more of a me problem than the movie's problem.
Yeah. I think that for me that adds a benefit. The uncomfortableness. I enjoy that sometimes being uncomfortable with my boys.
And I thought it could have been way worse.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Phil, what do you think?
I think I'm going to give this. Probably a 4.5 out of 5. How would I go about getting a sex spirit?
I don't remember that line.
It's not from the movie.
Oh.
It's another question that somebody wrote in to us.
Yeah. How would you go about getting a sex spirit?
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Well, let me see if they give any details. I've read up recently that you can get a spirit that will have sex with you and have no real drawbacks other than that you will become not interested in other humans for sex. How would I go about getting one? I don't want anything that would cause damage to me like a succubus.
So this is a man.
Likely.
I think what you do is you take your shoes and you leave them outside your door and you just fill it with lube and condoms. And
you'll get a sex spirit that way?
You'll get a sex spirit that way.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
If that doesn't work, why don't you just watch some porn?
Well, I don't think that's a sex spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. But it's equally not real in a way.
In a way, yeah. Yeah, in a way.
Anyways,
Craig,
what do you think?
What are you going to give this? How many Laura Linney's out of sex spirits are you going to give it?
4 out of 5.
4.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wow, you asshole.
4 is I liked it.
Yeah.
Will I ever watch it again? No.
That's something about this where I was like, am I going to watch this again? Probably not. Would I have ever watched this without being forced to watch it? No, probably not. But am I glad that I watched it? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Like, this was good.
Interesting, because I think it is one of those movies where I kind of want to like tell people about. So like that's why I'm getting it into 5.
I think I would also tell people about this.
Yeah, it is like, to me, a 5 out of 5 is a movie that I not only think is good, but the next time I talk to somebody, I might go like, "Hey, have you heard of Kinsey?" Maybe not this movie, but but you know what I mean.
Hey, Dad, have you heard of Kinsey?
Have you seen? Oh God.
The quote I'm gonna do is Clyde Martin says, "When did you first begin masturbating?" Old woman: "I invented it, son."
I invented.
I was born in the dark.
If you know what I mean. No, ma'am, I don't.
No.
No, ma'am, you're gonna have to show me what you mean.
No, don't stop filming people. Don't do that. That's what happened.
I got.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's fair. 5, 4.5, and 4. So I think next up, Craig, you're picking our next movie.
Yeah. So
always prepared.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Craigman.
Of course, I don't remember who the connection is. It's one of the producers. So if you need me to check my work, I will.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Doesn't have to be right now, but
So the connecting movie is a cult classic I've never seen from the 80s. It is called The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Ooh, I have seen. You haven't seen that?
No.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a really, really long time, but I remember.
You asked me who was in it, so I figured you hadn't seen it.
I asked you who was in it because I figured you had, and I've forgotten.
No.
Will never remembers actors and characters' names.
Say, it's me, man.
Peter Weller. Oh, John Lithgow.
John Lithgow. There it is.
Yes.
Peter Weller?
Peter Weller from RoboCop.
Yeah, he's Buckaroo Banzai.
Is the main
we
character.
could watch RoboCop and we could all eat Oreos together.
Ellen Barkin, Jeff
Oreo.
Goldblum, and Christopher Lloyd. So a pretty good group there.
Give me a stack of Oreos.
Wait, I asked you if Christopher Lloyd was in it, and you said, I don't think so. I think you're thinking of Jeff Goldblum. So which is why I thought you had seen it before.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. And then, but Christopher Lloyd is in it, is what you just said. Okay. Then I am thinking of the right movie. I'm smart. Who was this conversation for?
I'm smart, you're dumb.
What?
What
was your question?
I don't remember. I think it's, are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to tell us which member of the Ninja Turtles these characters were.
Okay.
Who does machines?
Kinsey is Donatello, obviously.
Yeah, because he does machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the real question is, who is Leonardo?
I know who Robin is.
I know who Raphael is.
Yeah.
I think that's Sarsgaard's character.
Yeah, it's definitely...
I think Will's just thinking of Laura Linney as April O'Neil.
Well, now I am.
Yeah.
All right, so this episode was brought to you by Willfully Woven, who is my brother, because he's the one who showed me this movie. And so, yeah. If you're interested in helping support us and hearing your name shouted outed, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandtrug.
If you like what you heard, consider smooching us right on the lips.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned from this movie.
It's always a good idea.
Yeah. Leave a review. Let us know if you liked us talking about this movie.
Yes.
And if we were as uncomfortable as you expected us to be. That's all for this episode. Please write in your questions about sex and we will answer all of them in as much or as little detail as you want.
Oh, it's
going
to
be
be a lot of
specify.
detail. It's going to be a lot of detail from me.
Well, unless they specify not a lot of detail.
Well, I'm not going to listen to that.
Well, that's all for this one. I'm Phil Castle.
I'm Sexy Will Chodas.
And I'm Sexy Craig Norland.
Go kiss this movie.
Don't do that.
Kiss it.
Yeah.
Kiss the
Don't
movie.
Do that. How would that even work?
Okay,
we're done.
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.